The Patriots are making some moves here on this Thursday afternoon, and with a breaking news fashion, Rhamondre Stevenson and the New England Patriots have agreed to a contract extension, 4 years for $36 million. The Patriots finally locked down one of their best players on offense, and despite the injury last year, I'm really excited to see what Rhamondre Stevenson is now going to do for the Patriots in the upcoming 2024 NFL season. All right, let's break down the official report here, shall we? Adam Schefter tweeted this out. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson reached an agreement on a 4-year extension for $36 million, including $17 million fully guaranteed per sources. I think this is exactly what he should be paid. I think he is completely worth this money. And he even said this was probably going to be in the works here ahead of training camp. So I'm just glad the Patriots didn't mess around with this deal. They were like, you know what? We love you, Rhamondre. We're appreciative of what you do, and you are a hell of a running back. Let's make this contract extension work. And if you guys are looking for news like this around the New England Patriots, well, you finally found it. This is the place to be. Breaking news, regular news, rumors, coincidence? I think not. It's completely free. Hit that sub button for me if you guys want to join 12,000 other subscribers here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. All right, like I said, during minicamp, Rhamondre Stevenson did talk to the media, and he kind of hinted, he was like, yeah, I think a contract extension is going to be happening here soon. So it sounds like this has been in the works for a while, and they finally took agent to front office, and they said, look, here is our offer. Here's what we want to offer you, and this is what we think you are worth here in this backfield for the New England Patriots, as he is the running back one. And this new contract does make Rhamondre Stevenson a pretty wealthy man. With this extension, he becomes NFL's 6th highest paid running back in total, 7th by average annual value, and 7th by total guaranteed money. So now he is a top 10 highest paid running back in the NFL, and that kind of fits because, in my opinion, when Rhamondre Stevenson is healthy, I think he is a top 10 running back in the NFL. And it's not just me. First-year head coach Jerod Mayo had nothing but great things to say about Rhamondre Stevenson when he was asked, hey, do you think a contract extension is going to happen with you and your running back one? And here's what he had to say during minicamp about the running back. He said, we'll see. I will say this about Rhamondre. I think he's one of the better backs in the league. It's no doubt about it. I agree there, Jerod Mayo. I think over the last few years, it's been kind of tough on him as far as getting started. So I'm really excited to see what he does this season. And look, he's earned everything that he gets. $36 million over 4 years. Yes, he is our starting running back, and hopefully we do get something done. Well, that was foreshadowing because Jerod Mayo, the front office, Rhamondre Stevenson, and the New England Patriots finally did get something done. And here is why they did it. Last season, as you guys know, he did get injured, didn't get to play the full 17 games throughout the 2023 year, but he did still have a stellar performance when it comes to having a not-so-stellar offense for the New England Patriots. Here's what he did in the 2023 NFL season. He carried 156 times with 619 yards, averaging about 4 yards per carry there, 238 receiving yards as well, and then he tacked on 4 touchdowns. And I get it. There was a lot of bumps when it came to the Patriots offense last year. You're starting Mac Jones, or you're going to Bailey Zappi. So I do realize that when you have somebody like Rhamondre Stevenson, he's more of a bright spot in what was a pretty dim offense and offensive line and receivers, to be honest. So the fact that Stevenson can at least produce something and then gets injured, that's why I think 2024 is going to be a breakout year for this very young running back. And what's even better is that when you look at that running back depth chart now, you've got a beautiful 1-2 punch here with Stevenson and Antonio Gibson. And I'm going to talk about them a little bit more here towards the back half of the show because Gibson sounds like he's very pleased in the situation with the Patriots as well. Now playing next to and possibly behind his newly extended running back one in Rhamondre Stevenson. Before I hop over to Antonio Gibson and that 1-2 punch in the backfield for the Patriots, I want to ask you guys one quick thing. Give me your one-word reaction to the Rhamondre Stevenson extension. Mine, impressive. Just impressive. This kid is going to do impressive things in the league. That's an impressive salary, and I'm just glad the Patriots really didn't muddle around with this because you got to think, if Stevenson said in minicamp, hey, I think something's going to happen, 2 weeks later, not even, a deal gets done, that front office is on to something. So go ahead and comment your one-word reaction down below. Why I tell you guys about this great deal right now on Fanatics. So I know a lot of New England Patriots fans are also Boston Celtics fans, and even if you're not, hey, you know what? They just brought another banner to your city. If you guys are going to the parade tomorrow to celebrate the NBA champions, the Boston Celtics, well, this is the shirt I would highly recommend wearing. It is a 2024 championship shirt. Jason Tatum, Jerod, Mayo, Al Horford, Joe Mazzulla, I mean, they could all be repping this shirt here in the upcoming season. So if you guys want to get this shirt, go to chatsports.com/NBA champs. If you guys are a Celtics fan, or even if you guys are just looking for some new Boston gear, I would highly recommend going to Fanatics right now, getting the most up-to-date championship gear because, hey, rumor has it, when you wear championship gear in your city, well, another one should be coming pretty soon. A wink, wink. All right, go ahead and get your shirt right now at chatsports.com/NBA champs. Let's talk about RB2 here for a second as well, because I saw this recent report that came out earlier today and want to talk about Antonio Gibson's first year with the New England Patriots, because he recently spoke on the difference between playing for the Washington Commanders, who are now starting to also have a similar structure as the Patriots with a new head coach. They're getting new ownership. They got a lot of new moving parts as well. So you took one guy in a moving cycle of head coaches and you brought him to another here with a new head coach for the first time in many years in the New England Patriots. And to get you guys a little bit up to speed here on Antonio Gibson, he did sign a 3-year, $11.22 million contract in March during free agency. So now they've got Gibson for the next 3 years and Rhamondre Stevenson for the next 4 years. I mean, that's going to be a pretty good backfield in my opinion. The Commanders also did draft Antonio Gibson in the third round in 2020. That's the only organization he's ever played for. So this is his first time actually playing for a different team in the NFL, and he's a versatile passing down back with 174 catches in 4 seasons with Washington. As we know, Alex Van Pelt and Taylor Embry really enjoy that he is going to be a third down back, but also a very versatile passing down back as well. And I think that'll pair up really nicely with the assets that Rhamondre Stevenson has to provide as well. Reports show that Gibson's actually adjusting very well to the New England Patriots locker room, to the system, to the offense, to the coaches, the players, and that's all you can want. This sounds like a drama-free running back room. I want to be in this running back room if I play for the New England Patriots. All right, here is what Antonio Gibson had to say about the difference between the Commanders and the Patriots. And he said, the locker room is very accepting. I feel like it's more of a bond here. They do a lot of things together. Nothing against my brothers on the other side, but everybody communicates with each other. From offense to defense. That's a good feeling coming over here and them being accepting. And you got to remember, with all the moving parts in Washington, it can be a very distant and cold type of locker room and franchise. And then now you come to the Patriots, which that could be the scenario as well. But Jerod, Mayo, the coaches, the rookies, the veterans, offense, defense really seem like they're meshing well, which leads me to believe that running back room has to be thriving right now. And I'm really excited for Gibson to be RB2 here for the New England Patriots. I've seen him play with the Commanders, and I do think that his time got taken away just a little bit when Brian Robinson Jr. started to pop off. So now I think he's accepted that RB2 role. Now coming behind Rhamondre Stevenson, it's going to take the workload off of Stevenson's play. It's going to be a more powerful 1-2 punch with Stevenson and Gibson in your backfield. Some people don't agree. PFF actually ranked the Patriots running back room to be 25th in the league. I mean, it's not very flashy, but I get it. You're pulling a running back two from the Commanders that have not been successful in my time on this earth. And then you got Rhamondre Stevenson, who got injured last year, and they don't know what the hell the offense was last year, and they don't know what it's going to be this year because you still don't have a wide receiver one or a QB one that's signified. So when you've got those many question marks, I can see why they would rank this running back room 25th. Now, you ask PFF at the end of the season, I bet you it is not number 25. Here is what I'm kind of looking at right now when you're kind of comparing these two running backs in the backfield and this new duo. This is last season, 156 carries to Antonio Gibson, 65. Keep in mind, you're looking at RB1 and RB2, so don't think about those carries that much. The yards, though, I mean, it's still pretty solid for an RB2 with another struggling offense with the Washington Commanders. Only 1 touchdown for Antonio Gibson. I'm going to be intrigued to see what they do there on those third downs and more so in the red zone when it comes to the New England Patriots offense. If they're still going to run with Stevenson, or will Gibson start to take over that role? Kind of similar there with average yards per carry. And then they also really use their hands well. You can see almost 400 receiving yards for Gibson, 238 for Stevenson, and 2 touchdowns tacked on by Gibson. And the beauty is that we're actually going to see Gibson possibly play here in the preseason against his former team, the Washington Commanders, on August 25th. You know how the preseason goes. They sometimes don't run with their top assets in the backfield on offense. So I hope that he will at least get to see some of his former players, his teammates as well. But it looks like Antonio Gibson is pretty happy where he is. And with that being said, just to throw a generic stat line out there, how many touchdowns do you think Gibson will score this season, being running back 2 behind Rhamondre Stevenson? If he had 4 last year for Stevenson and 1 for Gibson, where do you think they kind of sit later this year in 2024? Go ahead and comment that down below. And like I said, if anything happens with your Patriots, breaking news, anything, we've got it right here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. All you guys have to do is subscribe.